Well, hello everybody. It is Wednesday, July 9th, 2025, and it's time for our favorite time of the day, Off the Ledge. Let's keep in mind that the United States of America is completely capable of returning back to a government that works by the people and for the people. If we could do it for 250 years almost, then there's a really strong foundation in place for us to get back to that. That's a lot of foundation laid. That's a lot of success that we have had in terms of being a decent country, with a few bad apples. That's just humanity. I mean, it's just part of the human experience. But I want everyone to kind of come back. I really wish this for us, so we can come back to a place where we're not thinking about how bad everything is. We're thinking more about how possible and even probable it is that we can right this ship and go back to what worked, what always worked. I need to get my sign showing there. What always worked. It was only 7-8 months ago that we had a democracy that was working. Did we have little demons, rushing around to and fro, corrupting everything? Yes. And that is what we have to deal with. We have to pull them out by their roots and blow them away forever and ever. Like weeds, because they are like weeds. Weeds in your garden that strangle the flowers. We want our flowers to grow. So let us keep our thoughts focused and our activism focused on returning. I mean, I don't mean going back in a regressive way, but righting the ship and keeping on going, full steam ahead. In American democracy, continuing and improving. I always go back in my mind to what the guides told me with the introduction of Donald Trump into our political system. When it's all said and done, our democracy will be stronger because we have participated and we have fought for it, but not that it will be a past tense thing. Oh, we fought for it and we won. No, like this. We went, oh my God, we're not taking care of this country. We need to be involved as though we're the parents. We're the responsible parents. That, if you're a parent, obviously, you don't just go, oh, I'll just leave the kids to do whatever they're going to do. I'm going to turn my head. No. You pay attention. You guide. You instruct. You interfere when things are going downhill. So I just want to use this opportunity today, and thank you for being here, to remind us all that our democracy, the framework, the foundation is already in place. And we are like in a war, it's kind of a war, where we have been attacked from within. And we have to fight back with our activism and our persistence, because persistence pays. And then we never take our eye off the ball. We're going in a good direction despite what everything looks like. That's why we have to step back once in a while and go, well, this is a really big, inhumane, horrible, growing pain we're going through. They're also showing us with great clarity who they truly are. So let's read from Ernest Holmes today from 365 Science of Mind. It's a nice day here today. It cooled off a bit, which is great when you don't have air conditioning. We witness everywhere the beauty of God. Ernest takes a quote from the book of Psalms, and let the beauty of the Lord our God be upon us. Let's think about the beauty. Let's revel in the beauty. Let's lift our vibration up by focusing on the beauty all around us. Ernest says, I believe it was Plato who said that God is love, truth, and beauty. It has always seemed wonderful to me that one of the world's greatest thinkers should have included beauty as a necessary part of the divine nature. How evident this beauty is everywhere we look. How wonderful is the landscape, the sunset, or the color of the desert at dawn. How beautiful is the daffodil in its sweet simplicity. And what majestic beauty and strength in the mountain and the wave. Everything is rooted in beauty. Beauty is harmony and right proportion. It is symmetrically and charm. It is symmetry and charm and grace and loveliness. Surely we should identify ourselves with this terrific beauty that pours its warmth and color over everything and seems to be at the very root of our being. All right. And truly, that's the case in this height of summer. When you look around in nature, you can hear the seagulls behind me. This is the time of year that the little baby seagulls come out. And so what I listen to all day is a little cheep, 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 cheep. They might be on my roof. You know, it's just like nature has an intelligence running through it. And it's running through all of us now. And it knows what to do. And we're co-creating this reality with our natural divine intelligence. Let's listen to Kathy Beale for today. And be sure and make plans to join us tonight for PNN Live, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Please share that we're doing that. I think there's people out there that would love to join us, but they just don't know. Here's Kathy.
This is Kathy Beale of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro Insight for July 9th, 2025. As mental and fun and all over the place that yesterday was, today is everybody in their feels in a really big way. Comfort food may be one way out of this. It will be easy to take all kinds of things personally, and this does not have to be unpleasant by any means, but it could be a day of wanting to hug your teddy bear or indulge in treats and think that you're completely entitled to them, or to have a bake-off, or simply to take in and process emotions stirred by what has happened this week. That's all for now.
Thank you, Kathy. And on that last point, I want to just discuss a little bit that when we are doing our own inner healing work, which includes forgiveness and releasing, we affect the collective. So we are caring human beings, and we want to show up as being all that we can be. So it's work. It's not like a light task to have forgiveness happening. You know, there's a book I have on my bookshelf called Radical Forgiveness. I'm looking at it right now, and I did teach a class on that. But when we do that work, there's a strong energetic shift that happens individually, and that does affect the collective. One other thing I want to just remind you of is, if you're a member, I just started this series. It's going to be 5 days yesterday on how to be peaceful, and the focus is on self-care. So if you're a member, you have access to that. If you want to become a member, just click on the join button. Hopefully it's there, and choose the level at which you'd like to donate to this channel, and you get stuff for it. So it's not just like a free donation. You get something in return. Let me pick 3 cards for today from the Osho deck. to guide us through. We continue to send our prayers out to the people in Texas. I heard there was massive flooding in New Mexico. This is where the rubber hits the road in terms of global climate change. I mean, what happens, the science has told us for a long, long time, it will accelerate and it will get to a point where we can't really keep up. That's, to me, the tipping point between people denying global climate change and at least acknowledging, if they think it's a hoax, that, oh, something big is happening. When it's happening in your own backyard, it's kind of hard to deny. 3 cards. All right. Think good thoughts as much as you possibly can. That's a weapon. That's a positive weapon. So this time that we're in makes us feel like we're schizophrenic. We don't know what to think. So we need to choose. When we don't know what to think, we need to choose what to think. That's why I started with talking about our democracy that was 250 years strong. We can see this as a huge challenge that we overcome. So the stress causes schizophrenia. If this is you, if this is how you feel, then I really encourage you to join and to be part of our class on how to be peaceful. They're pre-recorded videos, I upload them. And we have to contemplate the meaning of our existence. Do we want the human race to continue, or do we want to continue to destroy it? There's some real reality checks happening, not only with the weather and with this fascist regime trying to take over America, but also with the services that we take for granted, or maybe we're aware that we take them for granted. In Massachusetts, the garbage collectors and the recycling companies went on strike. Fortunately, I put my recycling out yesterday and it did get picked up, but just to show us, you know, how interdependent that we are. If you can imagine garbage not being picked up, how easily that can happen and what a health crisis that would be. We kind of step it up in our awareness. Like, look at how we are always a delicate balance of interdependence on the whole system. It's a very fragile system. We need to keep it going. So, I know you are. I know you're being an activist. I know that you are excited to be a loud, proud activist. I had this in the parades. There's a rally coming up on July 17th. That's next Thursday. Tomorrow's a full moon day. There's a lot that we need to do, but we're doing it. All right. See you soon. Namaste. Bye.